Well, I really am gonna have to rant about this. Um, Apparently, this is really nothing against someone. I know you guys are gonna just call me a noob for saying this, but the thing is, I actually don't mind the 35 roster. It's just that if the leakers didn't spoil it so early, people wouldn't be that pissed off about the roster. But I'm I'm okay with the fact that Kinky Rule didn't make it in Brawl, because there's always a fourth game. Of course, when you look at it now, I'm not sure if any games aside from Mortal Kombat were even able to make it past 3 games just to make a fourth one. You know, Possibilities can be a bit endless sometimes, but the point is, this really is worthless bullshit to talk about this. And I know some of you guys are probably gonna call me a noob, but the thing is, I do feel your pain. Of course, I'm not gonna tell you guys to get over the fact that your character's not in, but because the thing is, I was a little upset too. It's just that, stuff happens. I mean, after all, you know, well, you can't win them all sometimes, right? And, you know, now, for some of you guys who are upset about Rob being in the game, well, you're not the only one who is. I'm sure most of us are not happy with Rob being in the game. And I can also tell you a few reasons, too. Thing is, with games developing and stuff, and since I'm getting into the game design, I'm already learning to tell which character has a personality and which ones do not have a personality. Like Rob, for example. Now, why Rob was put in the game is beyond me. I mean, it's way beyond me. I don't know why he was in, but, well, I really can't say this though, but I think putting in Toon Link and giving Wolf the same techniques and giving Falco the same Final Smash as Fox was pretty much a waste of space. I really didn't mind Wolf being in the game. It's just that it's the Final Smash stuff that does kind of bug me. But thing is, I'm pretty sure that as long as their moves are different, it's really hard for me to see them as clones. But I'm I'm not really too happy about Wind Waker Link being in. But of course, I told a friend of mine called Jack, who's a Zelda and Mario fan and also a Sonic fan, and he was pretty happy about the Toon Link being in there. So I'm not really gonna start getting too angry with it. I mean, at least my friends are happy though. Now, of course, I really should have saw this coming. But thing is, at least my favorite characters like Bowser made in the game. Of course, Bowser was the reason why I wanted Melee in the first place. But you know, I know if Mewtwo would have been a good character for Brawl, but I don't. I'm pretty sure that there are some reasons. Maybe Sakurai will probably explain it all. And thing is, Rob is without a doubt a total waste of space. Now, as for Lucas, a clone of Ness, that was very, very obvious. Of course, we really should have saw this coming with Ness being in the game because hardly anyone had any idea on who the hell Lucas was anyway. I mean, fuck. And as for Gino being in the game, that would have been a good possibility, but probably due to the fact that Nintendo needed another license just to get Gino in the game, it does take an awful lot of space sometimes. Well, not really a lot of space, but thing is, when you're trying to include a character that doesn't belong to you and you're trying to put it into a game or a TV show, well, does anyone have any idea how much these licenses cost? I mean, you could probably pay a million, who knows, millions of dollars just to get a character that is outside the games you make. You know, since I'm already learning on the game development and stuff. Of course, we all know Captain Falcon was back, although that was pretty obvious. Some people were worried that Captain Falcon wouldn't be in the game, but question was, what was the whole point in putting Samurai Goro in the game if you're not going to put in the main man himself? Although I really didn't take too much of an interest in Captain Falcon until Melee. But yeah, of course, what can I say? I was 10 when I started playing Super Smash Brothers. But Captain Falcon is a really cool character. And of course, I understand why they would never cut Ganondorf out. I mean, he's a he's a villain. He's the main antagonist of the games, for God's sakes. But some people get lucky, some people don't. You know, and as you guys who are probably going to flame me for this rant, but keep in mind that I'm neutral on this fact here. And I'm pretty sure, and Sakurai, if you're probably seeing this, then maybe if sometime later I can ask you some of the 5 questions, but right now at the moment, I can fully understand about what you said. But look, the whole point is, can you leakers stop at least for until the game comes out? Let us find out the roster for ourselves. That way, people won't get too upset, and they will not. I repeat, they will not complain too much about Rob being in the game. Fuck sakes, people. Shit. Thing is, shit happens. That's all I can say. Shit happens.